Can you believe that you can actually transform a dull pair of scissors to become sharper than a razor blade? In today's video, I'm going to reveal to you some incredibly simple ways to sharpen scissors that bring truly surprising results. No need to take them to a shop. No need to spend money buying new ones. You can completely turn those old, worn-out scissors in your house into shiny, razor-sharp tools that cut through anything in just a few minutes. Watch until the end, and I guarantee you'll save yourself a whole lot of money that would have gone toward new scissors. Scissors are something every household owns, but surely after a period of use, they will become dull and won't cut as smoothly as they once did. Don't worry, you can absolutely take care of this problem, because no matter how dull your scissors may be, they can still be sharpened to feel just like new. Method 1. Using a utility knife. The secret to sharpening scissors is very simple with one thing every home uses, which is the toothpaste you use every day. Sounds familiar, right? Because this is something that cannot be missing in the process of polishing tools that I have shared before. But that is not yet the main character of today. The thing that holds the key to dealing with the dull scissors is nothing strange but a small, convenient utility knife. First, squeeze out a proper amount of toothpaste and spread it evenly over the whole surface of the scissors, paying attention to both the blade part and the small gaps. After that, use an old toothbrush to scrub evenly all over the scissors. Thanks to the cleaning agents and the special film-forming substance in toothpaste, the dirt and stains on the scissors will be softened, and at the same time, the surface of the blades will also become shinier, ready for the next sharpening step. After applying and scrubbing, leave the scissors like that for about 2 minutes, so the active ingredients in the toothpaste can take effect. This is the step that makes the sharpening much easier, faster, and more effective compared to dry sharpening. After cleaning the scissors with toothpaste and letting the active ingredients soak in evenly, the next important step is sharpening the scissors the right way. The first thing to remember, never use the blade of the knife to sharpen, but always use the back of the knife. The back of the knife has high hardness, is durable, and is much safer when working. Next, it is necessary to identify the correct position to sharpen. The part that needs to be sharpened is the small slanted surface, also called the cutting edge. Place the scissors on the table or hold them firmly in your hand, then rub the back of the knife back and forth on this slanted surface. The rubbing action should be steady, light, but firm. Each side of the scissor blade should be sharpened about 30 to 40 times. After that, repeat the same for the other side. If sharpening is done correctly, within just a few minutes, the blades will become noticeably sharper. When testing by cutting paper or tissue, the cut will be smooth, clean, and without tearing or snagging. This is the clear sign that the scissors have been revived sharp, almost like new. When finishing the sharpening step, prepare a damp tissue or wet cloth to wipe thoroughly on both sides of the scissors, especially in the small gaps near the pivot. It can be repeated several times until the surface of the scissors is shiny and no longer has any white residue from the toothpaste. After that, use a dry cloth or dry paper towel to wipe again to make sure the scissors are completely clean and not damp, preventing rust from returning. At this point, check the sharpness once again. The simplest way is to use a thin sheet of paper. You will see the cuts are smooth, clean, without tearing, proving that the scissors have reached the desired sharpness. You can also test with a plastic bag, and you will see the scissors cut straight through the plastic easily without snagging or stretching, which is clear proof of the effectiveness of this method. With just a few simple steps, the pair of scissors that seemed ready to be thrown away has now become sharp and shiny again, almost like new. Method 2. Using a glass bottle. When the scissors at home become dull, instead of throwing them away or taking them to a shop, you can make use of a very familiar item, a glass bottle. This is a simple yet effective method, taking only a few minutes, but the scissors will regain razor-like sharpness. First, prepare a clean glass bottle, which could be a water bottle or an empty wine bottle. The mouth and the neck of the bottle usually have the right curve and hardness to act as an ideal sharpening surface. Open the scissors and place the blades directly against the bottle's surface. Then make a cutting motion around the mouth or neck of the bottle in a circular movement. Make sure the entire blade comes into contact with the glass surface, and there is no need to apply too much force. Steady motion is enough. During the sharpening process, you can repeat the back and forth motion continuously for about 1 to 2 minutes for each side of the scissors. Thanks to the natural rough surface of the glass, the small edge of the scissor blades will quickly be sharpened. After completing, do not forget to wipe the scissors thoroughly with a dry cloth to remove the remaining sharpening dust. Now is the time to verify the effectiveness. Take a thin plastic bag and try cutting. If the scissors slide through gently with sharp and neat cuts, not torn or frayed, that is clear evidence of the sharpness just restored. With only one discarded glass bottle, the dull scissors that seemed useless have now been revived, ready to serve in the kitchen or in daily work. Method 3. Using a screwdriver. Another very simple way to sharpen scissors without needing any professional tool is using a screwdriver. This is an item almost every family has usually used for repairs, but few people know that it can also become an effective sharpening stone for scissors. First, prepare a screwdriver with a metal shaft and a smooth surface. Open the scissors, place the scissor blade clamped onto the shaft of the screwdriver so that the blade touches evenly along the length. After that, begin rubbing back and forth, just like sharpening a knife on a stone. The important thing is to keep the scissor blade pressed against the shaft and perform the motion steadily. There is no need to use too much force. Only about 1 to 2 minutes on each side of the scissors is enough. When the scissor blade rubs against the hard metal of the screwdriver, the small edges are thinned and become sharper. After finishing, wipe the scissors clean to remove the remaining metal dust. Now it is time for testing. Take a piece of paper or a piece of fabric and try cutting with the scissors that have just been sharpened. If the cut is smooth, sharp, and neat without fraying or ragged edges, that is a clear sign that this method is effective. With just a familiar screwdriver, the dull scissors can be revived in an instant. This is a quick, economical, and easy solution to do right at home, suitable for all ages, even for those who have never sharpened scissors before. Method 4. Using aluminum foil. One of the fastest and easiest ways to sharpen dull scissors is by using aluminum foil. This is a familiar material in the kitchen, often used for wrapping food, but few people know it also has a wonderful use in bringing back the sharpness of scissors. First, take a sheet of aluminum foil and fold it into many layers, about 6 to 8 layers, to create the necessary thickness. Then hold the scissors and start cutting continuously on the folded foil. With each cut, open the scissors to the fullest, and then close them so that the entire blade makes full contact with the aluminum foil. Perform about 10 to 20 cuts like this, and you will see the blades gradually becoming sharper. The special thing about this method is that besides sharpening the blades, the aluminum foil also works to clean light rust spots or dirt clinging to the metal surface. Thanks to that, the scissors are not only sharp, but also shinier after cutting. Compared to specialized tools, this method is extremely simple, requires almost no effort, and anyone can easily do it, even older people. The biggest advantage is convenience. It only takes a few minutes, no need for complicated sharpening tools, but the result is almost equivalent to sharpening on a whetstone. After finishing, try cutting a thin plastic bag or a sheet of paper to verify. If the cut is smooth and sharp, that is clear proof of the effectiveness of this little tip. With just a few pieces of ordinary aluminum foil, the lifespan of the scissors in the house can be extended, saving costs and always having sharp scissors ready for use. So today, I have shared with you 4 extremely simple but effective ways to sharpen scissors using a utility knife, using a glass bottle to sharpen around the mouth of the bottle, cutting multiple layers of aluminum foil to make them sharp, and also clean off rust, and finally using the shaft of a screwdriver to revive the blades. All of them can be done right at home without professional tools, but the result is sharpness, no less than a razor blade. Do not rush to throw away old scissors. Just apply one of these tips, and you will save both money and time while also having a shiny tool that cuts smoothly like new. If you find the video useful, press like, share it with friends, and don't forget to follow the Tracy Tips channel so you won't miss out on little tricks that turn housework into something easy. See you again in the next video with even more interesting secrets.